And now, a moment of silence. One, two, three. It's the podcast. That was a moment of silence for our dear friend Viserion, the dragon. And if you don't know, now you know.
Nigga.
But on a lighter side of things, 1, 2, 3. Pleasure Town Tales with Joel.
Take it away, Joel.
Hey guys, it's good to be back. What's up?
Dude, it's been a while.
A-Squad.
Yeah.
us.
So for my Pleasure Town tale today, I'm not going to tell a tale. I'm not going to tell a story. I got a public service announcement for all of you people out there. Listen to me. There are people out there who are looking up leaked information about Game of Thrones and passing it off as theories. This is a terrible thing. You don't want to talk to these people. You got to tell them to stop doing this. But what do you do first? You identify them. Ladies and gentlemen, I will identify one for you now. Zeke with Truth.
This motherfucker right here.
Wait, what?
Will do that to you any chance he gets.
Wait, no.
And he
That's
used to
not
hate
true.
on me for like
That's
theories
not
and shit.
true at all.
Jose will tell you stuff that's in the books, which, is okay because the show's an adaptation of the books.
Yeah.
So I'm okay if I heard something happen in the books and then it happens. It doesn't ruin it for me. But Zeke.
The only theory I've
Zeke.
only theory I've shared on this show is dueling naked Stark.
And everything else
Yeah,
is a plot
that's a
leak.
theory. Now I'm not talking about the show. I'm talking about we're friends. We talk in real life. I don't know if you guys knew this, but I know
believe it. They're
Zeke
not actually
outside
friends.
of the podcast. Zeke and Jose and Cosmo. Not really Paul though.
Yeah,
I've kept
Cosmo's
the-
the guest.
Hey,
by the
man.
way.
I've kept the podcast clean.
So this is messed up. Zeke will come up to you at the bar and tell you something about, we're going to have Ice Dragon. And I'll be like, oh, that's a pretty good theory. I always thought we were going to lose a dragon. I didn't think she was going to roll 3 deep to everything
Yeah.
all the stuff she'd have to do conquering. I mean, we need some adversity. But Zeke's like, yeah, I think, it's probably going to be an Ice Dragon or something. It might be something like that. And then we see the dragon get killed, which, was terrifying and awesome. Great, one of the best scenes of the thing. The way they did it, and we'll get into that when we do the recap. But to see the dragon pulled out of there, and what I wanted to feel was, wow, Ice Dragon. Instead, what I felt was, fuck Zeke.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said while watching. I was like,
Fuck Zeke.
Listen. I told you guys that. I just had heard something from the little birdies. I got little
Your
birdies
little birdies called the
all
internet,
over
Reddit.
Westeros. I got little birdies, and I was just telling you guys what I thought.
So,
I didn't say it was necessarily true.
So Pleasure Town Tales is both a plea to Zeke. If you're going to go looking for the Christmas presents before Christmas morning, don't find mine and tell me what mom and dad's getting me.
Yes.
I don't need to know that.
Yes.
Kaz didn't want to know that shit. No. He wanted to wait. He's a good kid. And you ruined it.
I feel like this is an intervention.
It kind of is.
So yeah, it's an intervention
for everyone
to you
to see.
and the rest of you plot leakers out there, and then to the the good people like me and Jose and Cosmo that are watching Game of Thrones and wanting to see it every Sunday. Look out for these motherfuckers. They're out there.
Now, I never told them that it was the truth. It was just a theory.
You
Whatever.
told him
That's
it was a
Pleasure
theory.
Town
You told
Tales.
me it was a leak.
Well, yeah, I told you it was a leak. Of course I told you.
So on the real though, this week was awesome.
But I didn't
For real.
tell you. I didn't tell you for sure. Oh, getting calls.
Hey, put that on vibrate. What are you doing?
Well, we're
what are
looking-
you, new?
No, we're looking for Ernie He's going to come play music with us.
Oh,
sweet.
Yeah, we're going to have a guest, Andrew Ernie is going to come play music, hopefully. I hope I didn't just put him on blast if anything changed. But, yeah, so.
It's like when
Takeaways.
Kimball's looking for saying Matt Damon's going to be on the show every week.
Yeah, it didn't happen. So, takeaways. What's your takeaway?
From the show?
Yeah, from the show.
Well, first off, like I said, I love the show. I loved how great it was. I mean, there's a lot of bad mouth on the internet right now about the teleporting. That's just
The
because
straight up teleportation.
come on, man. Just think about
Ravens
it for a
fly
second.
faster than the speed of light.
It takes a few hours for this shit to
what?
days. They
It
were out of
takes-
it. They were on that rock for a while.
What they're talking about in specific is how long it took the Raven to get all the way to Dragonstone, to get Gendry to Eastwatch, and then a Raven from Eastwatch to
It takes
Dragonstone,
2
and
months on
then
foot to
dragons
get
from
to King's Landing.
Dragonstone all the way back above the wall.
Without starving or freezing to death.
And it all happened
honestly,
in one
you
night.
might think like, hey, Danny, you know, I can sail over there and get a team and go find one of these guys. Or maybe we could take one of your dragons, just swoop in and snag one and come back for lunch, you know?
She didn't believe the threat, really.
Yeah, that's true. Until Jon Snow gave her a chance to be honorable, and she
Hey, meet us at the
it.
spire, man.
She X'd out.
Yeah, she did X up.
She's
gonna leave
Hold on a second.
honorable
Here's
Jon
Cosmo,
Snow
give me
sitting
directions.
there.
We're in the middle.
This is Cosmo.
Tell Andrew how to get here, man.
Do it outside, though.
Yeah, do it.
So yeah, we know that Dany's tough because when though she didn't believe in it, though everybody told her not to do it, when given the chance to go and be, a badass, she was like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking swoop in and kill all these.
Straight
Jon
up,
Snow's
straight
cool.
up cheat.
Plus, she's like, I kind of like him.
No, she doesn't just
Straight.
Well, no,
Straight
she
incest.
realizes she super likes him when he's drowning in the water, and she's like, ugh,
Not a plot
that
leak.
sucks.
Hey, not a plot leak. But what about this? This is what some of the people...
Yeah, you better not.
Not a plot leak. This is just...
Especially not on
hey,
the show.
this
I
is-
hope
this
that-
is just
I hope that
legit
this is
theory.
at least
This
a
is
safe haven
This
of
is
that you
yes.
want.
I told. Hey man, I never break the shit
I'd
here.
assume. Yeah,
I never
yeah,
break the
yeah,
shit
yeah,
here.
yeah,
That's behind closed doors. But yeah,
I mean,
okay, whatever.
You think
Any-
you'd be a good enough friend of me to not do it?
Anyways, I'll keep you on your toes. Mention of Dany not being able to have children when she's talking.
I want to get into that too.
And then Jon Snow's
You mean
talking to...
Dany or her potential children? Because I want to get to Dany.
Word. But we gotta dive into that in a second. But keep going.
No. So, she's talking with her hand about not being able to have children or an heir. How she can still choose someone. Jon is talking to Jorah about Longclaw and says, pass it down to your children.
Yeah.
There was a lot of foreshadowing
that's
about
great,
a
yeah.
child of fire knights.
I guess I was a little bit more normal and that didn't pick up on those, but that was a good pickup.
That's just a pickup,
those are
dog.
good.
That's
Those
just a
are good.
pickup.
Those are
But
good.
here's the thing. Yeah, what is it?
The thing is her vagina don't work like that no more.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to dive into. I don't quite remember. How did her childbirth go? Did she have like a
She
demon?
had a scaly dragon
Yeah, she had a scaly dragon baby.
Which is normal Targaryen shit.
So she's like, yeah, I can't have
Well, that's not
babies
why.
because
That's not why.
it was cursed and things like that.
It was cursed because she brought Drogo back with the horse blood and shit. You remember that? It was pretty epic. People don't watch Game of
I'll
Thrones.
tell you
it's not
one
good
thing
for you.
right now. My man Jon Snow was pumping solid seed.
He's got the
making
magic.
demon babies.
He's got the
Are you
magic
sure?
stick.
Although they're related, so it'd probably come out fucking
Are you
evil.
sure it's not a demon baby though? Because
Paul,
he's like a white.
take that. What a great story to have there. What a great thing to have. Just like in Star Wars, you take a Han
Undead.
Solo and fucking Princess Leia and have them make a baby. You think that baby's gonna be awesome? Turns out to be the second Darth Vader.
Legit.
That's
Kylo Ren,
true.
that's
What
true.
if that's what we take? Awesome Jon Snow. We all love him. We take Dany. I mean, damn. We put them together, and we think, oh yeah, this is gonna be the stallion that mounts the world.
Well, if you're
And
gonna go,
instead, it's the most evil thing to ever. The next chapter of Game of Thrones, where this thing destroys everything.
you're gonna go full scale nerd comparison. Well, we got to say that Han Solo is definitely a scallywagon. He's a scoundrel.
He's not like Jon
All right,
Snow.
Jon
There's
Snow
no honor
is
in
the
Han
straight
Solo.
Yeah, you're absolutely
pimpiest,
right. Like, I mean,
honorable guy of
I
all
love
time.
I love Han Solo. Don't get me wrong.
Legit, straight
But he'll
up.
shoot a guy under the table. you
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
like,
He did
he'll
shoot
fucking-
first. He admitted that.
Yeah, he did shoot first. But anyways, what else? What do you got? What do you got from the show, man?
What do I got from the show?
What do you want to say?
The one thing, aside from the time traveling and teleportation, how the hell did these White Walkers just happen to have 4-inch fucking chains on deck?
I have a theory about that.
Well, they're good. They're set
What
up.
if
There's nothing in
Here,
the
let
in
me
the
explain
Great
to you the
North.
White Walker army, okay?
Go ahead, explain
The
to me.
armies are like the armies. The king is the king, and then the other guys are like lords, like the Lords of the Vale or the Lords of the other douchebag places
Okay.
or things like that. Like so, yeah, they're set up. They got all sorts of shit. They're
So you're
good.
saying they've got castles and castellans? Like there's someone holding up the White Walker castle while he's gone?
But they don't need comfort like that, so maybe not. Like they just walk.
But doesn't it seem like the Night King has
It's in the name.
been a step ahead
Yeah.
the whole time? Like he knows what's
So
going on.
well,
Really
then
gonna
again,
bring
you
that
know,
up?
I do like
The
that.
Bran thing.
The Bran
he
theory?
could be
I
Bran.
do like that. Maybe. No, I think if Bran's anyone, he's the three-eyed raven.
Well, no, he is the
No,
three.
he's the old guy that taught him how to.
No,
be
that's
three-eyed.
Blood
That's
Raven.
Brendan Rivers.
That's book stuff.
Targaryen bastard.
Oh,
That's book stuff, dog. But yo, seriously, there's a theory. It's not a plot leak. It's just it's
well,
harebrained.
jeez.
it's harebrained, but there's a theory that Bran keeps trying to go back in time
Because he's to save himself from being the Night King.
No, to
He
stop.
eventually becomes the Night King.
Like, he's trying to stop the Night King. So, like, maybe he goes back in time and he's the one whispering in the Mad King's ear, burn them all. Burn them all. You gotta burn them to, you know, it drives me crazy. Oh, fuck, I gotta go try that again. It's like Quantum Leap.
Dude, that's such a Hodor thing. That's what's happening. We should know that.
You got him so convinced right now.
Quantum Leap shit.
No,
like, he's gonna keep going back in time.
That's definitely the guy that's telling the Mad King to burn them all. He's teaching him how to kill the army.
Yeah, but it goes wrong, and it keeps going wrong.
Yeah.
Until
So that guy who got the dragon glass in his chest, that was a Bran.
Yeah.
A version of Bran. That's the theory.
Skin changers, they don't really go into it on the show, but in the
Night King.
book, skin changers.
Hey, well, let's talk
second
about like Faceless Men real quick.
Okay, well, the thing about the Faceless Men is how you spend some time in the brothels. I heard, just a rumor.
Here's a little trick I learned in the brothels of Bravos.
So anyways, man. Did you have a thought for today at all?
Oh wait, we're not done with GoTalk.
Oh, we're not done with GoTalk? What else you got burning?
I just want to make one.
What else is burning?
I just want to make one point. First off, what sound does a dragon make?
Oh.
What mood are they in?
Well, just like
Well,
what's it sound like? Just like.
Why don't you tell us what... It wasn't bad.
Right.
It was pretty good.
I'm gonna go baby dragon.
All right. Yeah, that's pretty.
And this is my dragon.
Alright, so check this out. Like I was saying about I'm gonna do a Walking Dead thing.
Okay.
And I was talking about how it would be awesome, like, you know, Rick's about to get his ass kicked, and then out of nowhere, the fucking tiger comes out like and eats somebody, and that's exactly what happened. What I was thinking here is Jon Snow is gonna be pinned down in trouble with the Night's King and stuff, and then you're gonna he's gonna be like, oh, looking sad and defeated like we see him from time to time. And then you're going to hear like... But the way they did it was so much better than that.
They did do it pretty
Where they got a close-up on him and he's got that face like he has in the Battle of the Bastards where he's like really about to suffocate. He's about to get beat. And then like instead of hearing a sound or anything, you see the smoke burrow. And like you can tell like some shit just lit up. But you don't see it happen. Like you don't see the fire. You just see the dark smoke and the ambers, and then it's like, yup.
Well, speaking of Star Wars that you brought up a few minutes ago, it was like he had the Force and just knew when to. He's like he could feel the heat, and he just ducked down, without looking.
Like they put you where Jon Snow is, and like imagine like if you're him and you're like really about to get beat. And then, like, all of a sudden, like, wait, what's that super hotness and the, like, super hot fire coming? And then the stuff coming around, and you just hit the dirt, and, like, on your way to the dirt, you're like, that's Dany saving the fucking day.
He's like,
they don't have that up there unless it's from her.
I'll bend the knee and give her the D.
Yeah,
she
for
just
sure,
earned that
for sure.
shit.
She gets the knee and the D.
The knee and the D.
Show. Right, Jose?
Yeah. Most certainly. I would bend the knee myself.
Yeah.
Right on. As Cosmo and as Jose, I imagine.
What other takeaways do you have from the show this week, Jose?
Boy, it was a good one. I thought that Jorah was going to die until you told me that it was probably going to be Thoros.
Oh, yeah.
So I actually knew it was going to be him.
How about...
I knew absolutely everything that was going to happen.
How about the
happened
Travelocity
exactly that way, and
how about my man Travelocity, dude? Almost getting killed.
He popped back up out of that one.
Wasn't that sweet that he got so bad that he's even help me. Like he's getting dragged in, and they even like I don't know, like it seemed like it was different the second time I watched it as opposed to the first time, but it seemed like it was really like the music's fading and the knife's like on his neck, and he's like. I thought it was more likely he was going to take that knife and slit.
Well, the Hound finally came through. I mean, when
Thoros
is on the ground, like with the bear on top of him, and the Hound's just like,
like
I never liked that guy anyway.
I don't like that dude. Bears are tough.
If you
but
notice,
that thing's on fire.
Thoros always had a boner, like a buddy boner for the Hound. Okay, because like along every turn he keeps calling him Clegane, and then. Anytime he sees Clegane say something profound, which is a lot more than you'd think, okay? Because the Hound is a profound character.
Yeah, he said, yeah.
Thoros is always on the side, like, you're so right, dude. Okay, the way you call me, dumb cunt, you're so right, bro. So he always loved you could tell that Thoros always had a thing for the Hound. So when the opportunity came, he definitely laid the life down, which was cool, man. It was cool. But here's to Viserion.
Which one's that?
The dragon, bro.
Oh, yeah. Wait, what's the name of the redheaded guy that died? With the boat with the top knot? The dumb cunt.
Here's the Thoros.
Thoros out, froze to death from that giant fucking bear wound in his chest.
Now Barry's done for. He's got no second lives. He's got no more. His 9 lives are up.
But he's gonna do something cool.
Dude, we don't know that shit. We don't know that stuff.
Who's gonna bring him back?
Who knows? Who knows?
You think Melisandre might come back?
If all you gotta do is pray to the Lord of Light, who knows who's gonna do what?
What do you think, guys?
Maybe we got Dany out. Maybe we got...
I think that Jon Snow can live from anything. That's what I think.
Maybe we got Dany out there dead, and Jon Snow's
That's
praying
what I
to the
think.
Lord of Light coming around.
You know, they talk about the bittersweet ending. What if they have the child of Fire and Ice? Then somebody's... They keep talking about bittersweet ending. All I can think of is either Dan or Johnny's going to die.
Child of Fire or Ice?
Well, that was some of the things that we were seeing from the last episode. Some foreshadowing that perhaps they might have a child.
So
together.
you're nicknaming this kid
the Child of Fire and right, exactly.
You're not plot league on this.
This is not plot league. Swear to
This
God.
is just what you
But
decided.
this is what they're talking about in the circles, like
Oh yeah,
theories. You know.
that like their kid. Will
I
be
told
the
you I
child.
keep the show clean. Damn it.
All right.
And if the two Stark sisters get naked, that was totally out of my head.
So wait,
all right.
can we call this Baby Icy Hot?
Yes. We can call this Baby Icy,
Icy Hot Baby? The Icy Hot Baby?
But if that is to come true with a bittersweet ending, it means Jon Snow's probably going to die and not come back this time.
one of them has to go. We can't.
One of them's got to go.
We're not going to have a happily ever after, Dany and Jon Snow just like...
No.
Well,
You
what
know,
happens
it's
when
not-
they
it's
find
not
out
like-
that
it's
Jon
not like
Snow
Ross and
is the
Rachel.
true heir to the throne? Though.
That's cool.
what I
I
wanna
just when we find
Dany
that
will
out,
still want to bone him.
when we find that out,
know.
I just hope
is
that
there gonna
there's
be like hostility there?
no, dude.
With the Northern Lords, but fuck them at this point. There's an army of the dead coming down. Yeah. Are we really going to still worry ourselves with the opinions of the Northern Lords?
You know they're gonna get like maybe they get like married, have the kid, and Dany dies, and Jon's gonna be like just a regular king of
Single father in
like,
Westeros. Just
looking for a new queen and stuff like that, and then but this kid's like maybe thought to be dead and comes back later to kill everyone, or is just grooming to kill everybody. Like I know, like I've decided already, Icy Hot Baby is bad news. All right, I've decided that already.
Have you seen Looper?
I'm going with the Star Wars thing.
Have you seen Looper with the Rainmaker? Bruce Willis? No, alright, never mind. But dude, what if HBO sold the rights to Lifetime or something, and they made a show about Jon Snow is a single father ruling Westeros, looking for love. No, okay. Well, man,
Just running around being like, I'll have a date tonight.
It'd be better if it was like
I
a
don't
dating
know how
show.
to deal with it because of all the terrible things.
Like The
I had to
Bachelor,
do.
Jon Snow is The Bachelor.
You guys saw that? They did the dinner party with Jon Snow. Did you guys ever see that?
yeah, I saw. Seth.
Seth, yeah,
Seth.
yeah, he was funny.
All right, man. We're tapped on the game.
He's like, so what happened to your girl? He's killed by a child.
Maybe Lifetime picks up the rights to game. These guys hate me. We're probably going to go fight in the parking lot. But I've kept the show clean.
All right,
All right?
good
I've
job,
kept
good
the show
job, good
clean.
job.
Behind
So-
the scenes, not so much.
So what do we got? A Jose thing?
You got a thought of the day, Jose? Or we want to just go get to the
I
music?
do have a thought of the day. My thought today is when you think you really know somebody and you trust that person,
He's driving it home.
and
God.
you just you trust that they're going to do you right in every which way. That you there's a love there,
I'm not sure
a
this is
bond,
me.
and
No,
then they
he wouldn't call you out.
they go ahead and they tell you all the spoilers to Game of Thrones. My thought of the day is that sucks. That's all I got.
I think I've been ambushed, but I'll take it.
That sucks.
It was worth it. All right, now we're heading downtown.
All right.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. It's the podcast. We are here at Chautauqua Music with owner-operator Billy Cates. Billy, good to see you.
Yeah, thanks for being here, man.
Making sales during the interview and everything. Who doesn't need a kazoo, right?
Oh, I buy a kazoo every time I see a kazoo. I got a lot
See
of
where I
kazoos.
placed them.
Address of this store is
110 East 2nd Street.
110 East 2nd Street, Jamestown, New York. Chautauqua Music, the hub for music supplies and interconnection here in Jamestown, New York. Billy, how long have you been operating down here on 2nd Street?
This location, 16 years.
16 years. And you've done a little, you were down here at the other end for a minute. Mm-hmm. You were here, down there, came back, making it work. Mm-hmm. Business is booming.
Indeed.
I come in for strings all the time.
They're on the wall.
I smash them. Do you have anything going on here as far as sales or events coming up?
Events. Summertime's been pretty busy, man, with all kinds of outside shop events, so I don't really have anything planned at this very moment. But daily sales, ask and you shall receive. Okay. If you don't ask, you don't get.
Yeah, I'm going to have to make one of those for one of those e-harmonicas over there in a minute.
I got them.
I want to talk about how I met you, Billy. This is a pretty cool story. You're operating here. And I had somehow bamboozled my way into a show over there at the Mojo's. Mm-hmm. And my buddies come in. We don't have a drummer. That's how, ready to go we are.
Well, that is what it is.
We don't have a drummer at all. They come in here to buy some strings. You overhear them talking about this, and you say, "Hey, I'm a drummer. I'll probably be hanging out around then." And you play the show with us. And you play another 4 shows. That was a good time.
That was a darn good time.
That's clutch.
Yeah, it was just spur of the moment. Let's go do it.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us a little more about all the various things that happen here? Obviously, you have some great equipment: guitars, drums, pianos, PAs. What are some of the other things that you get people in the community involved in here?
This time of year, a lot of the school band stuff, that's kind of picking up huge. As far as the repairs go, we've been getting a lot of instruments rolling for school season. The competent on the ball parents are coming in now. The ones that come in 6 weeks, there'll be a little bit of a wait because it gets pretty hectic in the next couple months. So I've just been working on getting all the store instruments ready for purchase for the fall band stuff. And, just the quick pro quo stuff, man. Strings and things and everything else. Reeds and picks and cables and stuff comes in, stuff goes out.
You have some people teaching lessons out of here?
Yeah, there's several different people, actually.
Who are some of your top teachers?
Well, of course, we have the queen of all things piano, Helga Hulse, running the music
Helga
center.
Hulse?
Yeah, she's been teaching for 76 years.
Yeah.
No, man. She started music conservatory in Chicago at 8 years old, and she hasn't stopped since. We got Spencer Drake teaching guitar, electric bass. He also does vocal instruction. Augmenting piano teaching, we got my mom, Bonnie Davis, down here teaching.
Sweet lady.
For all the orchestral stuff, violin, viola, cello, mandolin, ukulele, we have Amanda Andrews teaching. And various off-site other instruction opportunities that people need. We also have accordion lessons.
Yeah, I'm going to have to sign up for that.
So if you need to start a polka band, we've got you covered.
And so how do people contact you for getting into lessons?
You just contact the store, 716-484-0179. And then I've got this little brochure. It's got all the instructors' numbers in them. You want to stop by and give you one of those. And then you just contact the instructor of your choice for instrument of your choice and get rocking and rolling.
Right on, man. I got a question for you. You come out here, you take a little break, maybe you get a break from the action for a minute, you step out, have a smoke, enjoy the day. What is some of the craziest stuff you've seen happen right here on 2nd Street, just hanging out in front of the shop?
Wow, you got a pen and paper? It's a jungle out there.
Maybe in the last few weeks, what's something crazy that's happened?
Well, the mob of everybody staring at the sun the other day during the eclipse, that was a little scary.
Oh, yeah,
all business ceased to commence. What was it, 2:34, 2:43, whatever the time was the other day.
Everyone look at the sky.
Everybody around here, we were all just like, they got out the welding shades. I was spotted for the rest of the day. My eyes were hurting a little bit.
Yeah, I'm still kind of seeing some of that. I didn't have any shades.
We had some protection, but, you can never be too careful.
I tried to do, sunglasses on top of sunglasses, and it didn't work at all. And then I would try to be like, I can see it, but it hurts. I'm going to hide underneath this thing and kind of look at it. But I'm like, but I can't see it. Ah!
Yeah, quick glimpses. We get a lot of wrong direction down the street. That's always fun,
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Head-on collision stuff. People from out of town, typically Pennsylvania plates, driving the wrong way. What other weird stuff have I seen out here?
Oh man, I had a two young girls driving down the road. It's like 4 in the morning in front of the cellar, and they're driving down in the middle of a blizzard with the whole side of their car smashed in, like they got T-boned, and they're both just like,
It had just occurred.
"Is this bad? Is this bad?"
We had for all you kids on bikes, we had a really bad accident the other day. Stop at Pine Street. Don't be blowing through. Police officers are liable to run you down.
Oh,
That happened the other day. And you got to look both ways. Mama taught you. You better pay attention.
cops coming.
You take that for granted because you think nobody's coming.
Yeah, but boom. All too often these things happen.
If you had to tell, if you got the opportunity to speak to, and I want you to look in the camera and tell these kids, a kid who is coming up, maybe they're hitting their preteens, maybe they're hitting their teens, maybe even a little younger. They don't know if they want to play sports. They don't know if they want to get into gaming. They don't know if they want to get into music. Could you tell the young gaming is a big thing? All right, it's 2017.
Don't get into gaming. Don't choose video games over either of those other two things.
I gotta go with you on that.
If you get to sell impressionable young people on why getting into music is a good thing, what would you tell them?
That's a good question. What would I tell them? I guess I would tell them that if you're willing to put in the work, because these things don't play themselves, you can pay your mortgage. You play woodwind, you're going to get the chicks.
Okay.
Well, I'm just thinking off the top of my head.
Yeah.
If people think that music is not a lucrative thing, if you're willing to put in the time, you'll get it back out.
If you're good.
Yeah. And and that comes with practice. Lots and lots and lots and lots of practice. But if you're willing to push yourself to the limit, it'll take care of you. I can't tell you that I'm not completely destroyed on a Sunday after working 6 days a week and playing double, triple gigs sometimes. But it sure beats making license plates.
Yeah.
Hey guys, how's it going? Come on in. Welcome. Come on in. We're multitasking. What can I do for you guys?
I need some clarinet for you.
Come on over.
Billy, I'll call you tomorrow, man.
Joe, good to see you, brother.
All right, brother. Thanks.
The 3rd, that's the date? 2 to
Yeah,
6?
Yep.
They're feeding us?
The pad, yep.
Good. I like
Feeding
food.
and
I like
money.
food.
Get money.
What brand of strength do you like? You want Rico's or Bandolier?
I don't.
250 a pop. How many do you need?
Okay. Thanks, Ed.
40?
I like the clamps.
540. Order receipt.
No.
It's kind of a burger.
26.
Come in there.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. Business as usual.
More reads in, more reads out.
Right on, man. So, Billy, entrepreneur, musician. By the way, what instruments do you play?
Drums is my thing.
Drums is your thing. I've seen you play bass.
Yeah, I'm working on the bass, but like I was saying, kids, you got to practice, and I'm not there yet. You just got to keep beating on it,
Cool.
You guys keep putting up with me at open mic, and maybe a few more years down the road, I'll start doing that. But the big motivator there is I want to be able to stand up, and I don't want to carry my drum set.
Yeah.
Pain in the butt, Bass, amp, bye.
It's a practical approach.
Yeah,
It's a
exactly.
heavy amp.
Yeah, it's still, you can buy wheels, I'm tired of setting up and tearing down my drums. I always say that I play music for free. You're gonna pay me to set up and tear down and drive here and drive home. That's what the money's all about. The music part of it is, you do that for love.
I feel that. I tell Joel that.
Yeah, we're not in this to get rich. We're doing it because we love it. Like it's nice to get a little money from the bar or wherever you're playing, because covers gas, covers drum heads, guitar strings,
Oh,
harmonica reeds. All that stuff costs money. It doesn't just fall out of the sky.
how many bands you in now?
I'm doing one thing on the regular with my brother. Actually, Joe that just left here, I'm doing a fill-in with him. I think September 3rd. There's an afternoon show he made somebody for.
Tell the camera where it's at.
It's at the pad in Kennedy. It's 2 o'clock to 6 o'clock. September 3rd. It's a Sunday afternoon. Roll in, get some lunch, have a couple of drinks, and here's some good old rock and roll.
Cool, man.
And roll.
I don't remember which outfit is though, because he's got 3 or 4 different bands. So I don't know. I never know. I just show up and play.
Cool.
I have to know where I'm playing at.
Now this business was started by.
Well, it's a tricky question. It was originally started in 1972 by a man named Norm Peduano, and he opened up on the corner of 2nd and Main. It was an organ store because organs were like all the rage back in the 70s. And then my father graduated from music school, and he did music education for. Well, I think his student teaching thing was like 6 months. He decided he wanted to be a music teacher, and he bought the business from Norm in 1973, and he ran it up until about 10 years ago. He passed away, and then my mom ran it for another 5 years, and she retired and liquidated and shut the whole thing down. And my kids freaked out and said, "Fix this." So I did. Here we are.
Kept it going.
Yeah, I mean, everybody needs a day job, and I really like what I do. Getting the kids rolling, and we've got an amazing music scene here for as tiny a place as this is, because I think that there's not much else to do around here. I mean, unless outdoor sports, recreation, that type of stuff. Not to say that you can't do other things, but there isn't.
But if you drink while you do those things, you probably get into an accident.
Right.
Much better to drink and play music.
Yeah, for open mic, and I don't really advocate for that personally. I feel playing drums specifically, I'll crack a beer at 1 in the morning. You guys playing guitar? No, seriously. I drink water all night long.
Paul.
Now open mic is different. Yeah, crack a beer open
We're gonna come here for a second. We're gonna hold him to that. All right. We're going to the Cates Brothers next show.
True, man. I don't drink till I crack a beer last set, but I typically drink water all night because I'm sweating and I gotta
Yeah, that's
be
true.
the clock. Now, if I was just playing guitar, sure, I'd be drinking, but I can't be effective and drink all night.
Okay.
Open mic, all bets are off.
Is that some advice to young drummers right there?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. You need liquid, keep your fingers moving, to keep your joints moving. I mean, you need hydration. Water is key. Or, any kind of electrolyte filled substance, i.e. Gatorade or something like, that's a personal recipe for me in performing. I'm always drinking water. Lots and lots of water. Stretches. Keep the head clear, You got to keep that stinking front line in check. That's important. It's very important.
Okay. What about the beard? How long does it take to grow a kick-ass Billy Goat beard like that?
This started playoffs last year. Of course, my team didn't make the playoffs again.
And your team is?
Buffalo Sabres.
Oh, yeah.
Buffalo Sabres, Homer.
And, this epic beard will be coming off in the next few weeks. It's kind of a...
It's time.
Yeah, it's got to come off for the fall season. You got to
Sure. Yeah, you need to reload.
Hockey mojo.
You should talk to Paul and get like a nice photo shoot of that beard before you chop it off.
Oh, I always take... I do it before and after. I always
Okay.
do. I did like the half side one time, and then you do the trim out, and you do the Captain Lou Albano thing. And, the photos are always a good time. It's like, I don't like that way. Nah, I don't like that way. By the time you got
beard shaving.
yeah, it's off. But you got to do a step by step.
And then just come to grips with it. It's all gone. It's got all gone.
I'll
Right, I
go
was
outside
getting
the
the
next
same
day, and the one thing that really drives me nuts, though, you get a cold day, man, and your face freezes off.
Oh yeah, it's true. Without a beard, your
Take
face
it out
is
soon
cold.
before hockey season starts, and then just let it grow.
Winter is
Wintertime
coming.
comes. Exactly. We don't want to talk about it, but it is just around the
See,
corner.
my stuff gets caught in my harmonica.
Keep it trim. Keep it trim.
Yeah,
Gotta
gotta
keep it
keep it
trim.
easy.
Yep. Always take the top off. Gets to a point you do the top. You look a little Amish, but it's functional.
Sure. Okay.
I don't really care. I mean, the truth is, I'm just too lazy
So
to shave
no
every day.
mustache. You take the mustache right off
Always
after
trim
a
that.
while.
I'm probably ready for one right now. Yeah, it's probably time to take a little bit off. But
Okay. All right.
back to that, daily grind. You don't think of these things. Oh man,
You don't think your mustache on the daily
do it
grind?
tomorrow? No.
You don't.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it. Stay hydrated. Come down and shop. Don't be late for the big band stuff. School parents, because now's the time. Don't come in late. Let the beard grow and let it flow until the hockey season comes.
And then do it again.
Billy, we'd like to thank you not only
pleasure,
for the
man.
interview, but
for
for
coming by,
everything
man.
you do for the community with the
I
store.
love doing it, man. I love
We
doing it.
love the store. And you coming through in the clutch when we need you most.
I'm
So
always here, man.
Yeah.
I'm that guy that was dumb enough to put my cell phone number on my business card.
Oh,
You're
no.
welcome, Jamestown.
you're welcome. You're welcome, ladies. And from here at Chautauqua Music on 2nd Street, 1, 2, 3. It's the podcast. 1, 2, 3. It's the podcast. It's the sports edition. We got Jon.
Yep.
Jon Bunce.
Can you rock a 3?
Here, he's a local sports
I'll
fan.
get 2.5 cents for you. I'm
And
totally
we got to
sure
talk
I
about the
can solve
topic
my
that's hot for today. As sports fans, as UFC fans, what's your feeling finding out that Jon Jones popped again for steroids?
I mean, it's a heartbreaker. It's terrible. But
Oh yeah, because I want to take that to her. Yeah.
So what happened?
So,
They stripped
here
him?
was the
Are they gonna
deal.
strip
They
him?
stripped him. They
They
already
did?
did they strip him or they talked about stripping him? I see that they were discussing it because they just got this. They need to do the investigation. They got to come out with
Anyways, these
everything.
were because of that.
They got to do
something
the
was
whole.
out
We got to
there.
test the supplements. We got to do this. We got to do
Yeah,
that.
I don't know what. Yeah, he explained.
I think that
I don't
because
know.
it's Jon Jones,
No, yeah, that's the problem.
they're trying to get out in front.
That's the problem with John. Between the
Is that-
cocaine, the Cialis, the hit and run, the
Second time with the steroids.
Didn't his brother
It
do
is.
something like that too?
This is funny.
his brother got popped in the NFL, which was it Art? I think it was Art. It wasn't Chandler.
No, it was Chandler.
Was it Chandler?
Chandler got
Yeah,
popped.
he got
Just got
popped
found
for the
shirtless and running
same
around.
thing. For the same thing that John.
Cialis.
Oh,
No, it was clomiphene.
Oh,
Which
the
is-
older one got popped for that?
Yeah,
The younger one got sent to the hospital.
Whatever one got popped in the NFL for whatever. I don't remember if that was Chandler
They're
or
almost as
Art.
bad as the troops.
Come on, son.
But the funny thing was, is it was both the same thing. It was clomiphene, which is an anti-estrogen.
2079.
Which supposedly John's, and it did come from, they tested that stuff. He saved some of that. They tested it. That his story was true on the whole Cialis clomiphene thing. You know, his friend from the gym said, "Hey, you want these pills?" He's like, "Yeah, I'll take them." And they would knock off Cialis, and that happens a lot in the supplement industry.
Conspiracy theory.
What?
Is this getting dropped right now? Is this story getting dropped right now? Because of the big fight on Sunday
6
or
o'clock.
Saturday?
No, that was taken away from the
Yeah.
promotion.
I don't
Because
know.
Dana White's-
I don't know. You're paying more attention.
See you in a little bit.
Paying attention to UFC. and
That's a
publicity is
boxing
good
fight.
publicity.
Yeah, that wouldn't help though.
Still, Dana's maybe thinking like, all right, let's drop this like a few days before.
No, because
Listen, you
he
don't know
doesn't
anything
have
about
anything
Dana.
to do with
He
that.
is not wanting John. He wants
It's
Jon
still-
Jones.
Dana
dead.
White doesn't have anything to do with it. USADA, Jeff Nowitzki, the Golden Snitch,
Yes.
is the one who does that stuff. He puts out the announcement. He does that stuff. UFC hired USADA to do this stuff, so it's their thing. They'll call UFC and tell them, "Hey, this guy popped. We're going to announce it." Blah.
I see. All right.
I guarantee Dana choked on his coffee when he heard that news, man.
Oh, yeah?
He fucking was like, "Are you not again? Not a fuck." Not
I was
again."
waiting that whole pre-fight week. I'm like, is something going to happen? Is he going
I
to do
heard-
something?
I heard
Then he
someone
gets
say,
in the
like-
fight. He necks Cormier and drops him. He's on his knees crying. It's just the best comeback story I've ever
I heard
heard.
And
someone
it ruined
say today,
it.
like, what's his he's got a problem. Someone said like, what's his problem? He loves cheating to win stuff.
He loves
Talking
drugs.
about the Patriots.
I
again.
don't believe that.
No, but like, what do you have a problem? It's not like he has a problem with steroids. That's addiction.
See, I don't think
Is that
because-
addiction? Are
because-
steroids addictive, Paul?
Physically, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it gives you stuff that as soon as that's
Oh,
not
yeah.
in your body, you feel the drop
you
off.
want it?
But he's been popped for marijuana, cocaine, steroids,
Yeah, but even the first
he's
one,
addicted
the
to
first
you
one was not
asshole.
steroids.
drugs.
Yeah, okay.
The first one was
Addicted to
was
drugs.
clomiphene. That's an anti-estrogen that is used in some cases for guys that come off of steroids.
Right.
This, what he got popped for this one is Turnaball, which is 100% oral steroid. And the problem with that is though, he got popped on his post-fight test. Like, so and from what I saw is, I'm sure he was tested like crazy because of his background.
Oh, yeah.
So this is the only one. So what, he weighed in, took one pill. Like, the half-life on that stuff is 4 to 6 hours. Like, you're not clearing that. Like, anybody who would have known what that was, to have him take that, like, you know he's going to get popped. That's the problem with what bugs me about it.
So
Like,
you're thinking there could be more to this?
I think it's inadvertent.
Somebody might have had it out for John.
It is very possible.
Holy shit.
Because they're there, somebody handing him a bottle of water or a snack or something, you know, between that time. And I was watching, you know, I follow him on Instagram and all that. They were out eating and all doing this stuff. It wouldn't take nothing for some weird person to just, for some reason, have that see him and throw it in his eggs when they were eating at the restaurant. I mean, it's possible.
Anything could have happened.
I just find it hard to believe that he would take that for the fight. No, like they know they get tested. Like it's not like, oh, are they going to test? No, they are 100% testing you post fight.
So
I
we
want
need some story on that.
What's that?
We need some more info on that. Then, is what you're
Well,
saying.
Yeah,
today was the first day.
Yeah, it just came out last night. See what happens. See how it plays out. But I find it hard to believe that he would knowingly do that with everything that's happened to him.
Yeah, he'd be setting
If
himself
it was
up.
some crazy like designer drug that nobody heard of, okay, I can kind of. This stuff came out in like the 40s or the 50s. I mean, this was what was state sponsored in Germany and Poland and all that stuff for the Olympic teams. I mean, this is an old steroid. This isn't like some new thing.
You're welcome. I'm here till 6.
Right, you know.
Is the guitar closed?
Well, you know, John's pretty much effed regardless.
Yeah, it's.
So
that's
let's
terrible.
talk about some guys that have it going on, and let's find out from you who's really got it going on and why. Conor versus Floyd coming up here this Saturday.
Oh, I can't wait.
Who's your pick and why?
You buying it? You getting it?
I'm gonna watch it somehow.
See, you doing it?
No.
No.
No. I'm busy. But anyway, go ahead, man. Who you got?
I'm picking Conor, man. I've doubted him. I used to not like him in the beginning, like when he fought Chad Mendes and stuff. But and when he fought Nate Diaz the first time, I was kind of pumped. But you know what? He's growing on me and growing on me. I can't get enough of it.
He's young and tough. He's a professional athlete. How old is he?
28.
28-year-old
Floyd is
professional
40
athlete
as
fighting
shit.
a 40-year-old man.
Floyd hasn't
on.
fought in like
Come
2
on.
years.
Like,
But
what's
Floyd
Floyd
takes big layoffs, though. That's nothing for Floyd.
but not
to
when
be
he's
2
40
off.
years old, he doesn't.
I know. But
He's
we're
eating
still
fast
talking.
food.
This is Floyd Mayweather. This guy's been doing it
Yeah.
since he was this
And also,
tall.
but isn't this thing he dances around and moves around and like he wears you out by like making you miss a lot?
And Conor doesn't have a big guy.
28 years old. What if he just decides to play his game for a little while until he can actually get one in and drop him?
I wouldn't be
You know,
surprised.
like,
I think
you're
the
gonna
problem-
be defensive against
but
Floyd Mayweather or against
Conor
Conor
can't
McGregor.
box
What if,
Floyd.
like he just beats
No.
him.
No, Conor can't box him. He can't go in there traditional
No,
stick and
no,
move. and
no,
do it.
he's gotta
He'll
keep
get
it
wrecked. Conor's coming in there. He's going to take that weird karate stance angle. He's going to come in at weird angles. He's going to jump in and out.
So
He's
say
going to
he
look for that
locks him
shot.
up, like he's got him by 15 pounds. Locks him
Oh,
up.
no, 100%.
At least.
He's stronger.
At least.
The problem is, I forget the ref they picked for it, but they said he is pretty good for letting stuff go and not being too interfering in fights.
That's
So
good for
Come on,
Conor.
That's
think
a
about
plus for
getting jerked
Conor.
around all the time.
But they
Like,
can't. But hand on the back of the head is illegal. Like he can't. And
Can't
they're
do
going to be
that.
watching him so hard for that stuff because everybody thinks he's going to go in there and do something crazy.
Just get in. He could probably just still work.
No,
it
he
for
needs to do
stuff.
some of that
Yeah.
stuff. If he gets him in there, he needs to get dirty. He needs to grab him and step on his toe and knee bump him and knock him down. And, I mean, there's tricks boxers can do.
Make him
for
try
that.
to attack him.
Yeah,
Make him try to
but
attack
Floyd is Floyd, man. That dude's got hit. What, 3 times in his 40-some
him.
fights?
Yeah. But
That
I just-
were actually.
I
He's
feel
never
like
even been knocked
that
down.
Still should get a little neutralized by going against a guy that's that much younger and that much.
Yeah, it's still Floyd.
He should have that much.
It's Floyd.
Like, shouldn't he have that kind of wind and that kind of
No.
energy
But-
to be able to do that?
But Father Time has no losses.
True.
yeah.
Look at Anderson Silva, Chris Weidman, the same stuff.
Yeah,
Anderson,
yeah,
they're
yeah.
clowning around. Weidman got him.
One little
And
pump.
everybody was on that same thing. Oh, my God,
Sure.
Anderson. You know what I mean? He's in the Matrix
It's
there.
probably- it
Front
probably
kicking
takes- it
Vitor in the
takes a lot of
face.
energy
Yeah.
for a 40-year-old guy to make Conor McGregor
No,
miss
no
100
question.
times.
No question.
He's gonna get him once. He's gonna get him a few times.
And he's been giving him, like, they switched to 8-ounce gloves, like, what, a week out from the fight? He's like, yeah, go ahead, do it. He's like, yeah, 154. Because he could have made Conor try to go down, and, Floyd can fight at 147, 154. You think he started at, like, 130.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
like, he
he
gave
should've
him
made him
54.
Should have made him
Which is
cut.
perfect for Conor. He's a 155 champ in the UFC. Like he's almost given like all these things right to Conor. For one, either just be like, dude, here's all the advantages you want, so Floyd can come out in the end and be like, I'm still best.
It
They
also
have an excuse if he
It also
loses.
pisses me off because it's such a pop culture thing. It's such
Oh,
like a fight that's
yeah.
set up to get you to be like, look.
It's a Backstreet
I
Boy
mean, it's
fight.
not like
Yeah.
we're not. What's the pride in it? That
But-
if Conor wins, it's all right. You beat an old guy in a fight that you should have been able to win.
It's kind of like the passing of the torch.
If Floyd wins, it's like, yeah, you don't know what the hell you're doing.
It's the biggest sporting event in history, and if Conor wins this fight, he's the biggest athlete in the world, period.
Now, check this out. If Floyd wins, it makes Conor look stupid. And this next fight, what's the next fight? The boxing match.
Canelo and Triple G.
and that happens, and then you tie in that drug bust, like, you might have boxing taking another big step to try to come back a little bit in the thing, you know? Like
I think
big
boxing's
boxing
still
win,
there. I mean, everybody likes to talk about that it
UFC
dies and
has
does this and
swallowed
that.
it, like, for
Yeah.
sure. Like, you know,
In the press, anyway.
It's back in the news right now, a lot more than it has been in the last year, and now you have it following right after it, a big time title fight.
But once again,
that matters. You know?
Conor McGregor sets up every fight he takes for ever since he won the title from Aldo. Every fight he takes, he's got an excuse. Oh, this is my first fight at 70. Oh, well, this guy beat me because he was bigger, but we're fighting at 70 again. Oh, this is my first fight at 55 in the UFC. Oh, I'm not even a boxer, and I'm trying to box. So he's got a built-in excuse for any time he loses.
That, though. I don't think Conor does that stuff for an excuse, man. I think Conor has a psychotic belief in himself. What he says, he believes. Whether or not everybody else believes, he believes that. You know what I mean? Whatever he says, I wholeheartedly think he believes it in his mind 110%.
Just a coincidence that he's got these nice escape routes.
Well, what were the excuses? Diaz, they threw in there after Dos Anjos broke his foot a week out from the fight, and they called Nate. Nate's on a boat in the freaking Gulf of Mexico drinking tequila 7 days out. He's like, fuck yeah, I'll take it. And I think Conor completely, wholeheartedly just underestimated him, just thought he was going to do whatever he thought. He was just going to knock him out, and he didn't. And he blew his wad, and then you can't mess with Nate, man. That's freaking Nate Diaz. It's Diaz, but like those dudes don't go down. And he got that. But the second fight,
you could have given that to Diaz.
you could have. That was a toss-up. And if it would have went another 30 seconds, at the end of the fight, Nate had him on the ground and was beating his head in. If that was a minute earlier, it could have been different. But hey, it's fight.
You want to do basketball real quick before we do that?
Let's say that. We'll say that for next week.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Right,
just before we let you go, John. Official prediction.
You get one ready too.
I'm gonna say Conor. I'm going with Conor. I think he does it in 4. I think he shocks the world. I think he changes everything. I think he catches him that left, and Floyd's leg goes stiff, and the world is different.
I'm gonna say Conor in 2. I'm throwing it out there. Some crazy shit. Conor in 2. Joel, what you got?
I'll take Conor. I think it'll take him longer than 2. I don't know, maybe around 4. But he's just gonna outlast him. He's just younger. He's better. He's in better shape. He's gonna be in better shape.
We're all picking for the younger, bigger guy. Floyd's old, 40 years old, hasn't fought in 2 years, and he's not taking this seriously. He's like, hey, come see me in a strip club every night.
Are you on his Instagram?
I'm eating McDonald's.
Every other 3 days, he's got Come to Grow Collection, the highest club in Las Vegas.
I think he's really doing this just to pay off his taxes and plug Girl Collection.
That was the other thing that comes out, a month before the fight, that he owes some ungodly amount in taxes. So
he had to take this.
What's he taking this fight for?
Money. It's it.
You should.
And if you're doing it for money, granted, you're Floyd Money Mayweather. I get that, but
it's always been for money.
When guys aren't fully in fighting, it doesn't work.
John, you're really good at this sports shit. We're gonna have you back sometime.
All right,
thanks.
Cool.
Thanks for watching. 1, 2, 3. It's the podcast. For Cosmo, Jose, Joel, John, and Billy Cates from Chautauqua Music. We out. Peace.